Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your love reading for April 2020. This deck is going to be for couples, exes, and singles. Remember, this is a general reading. If you would like me to look into your personal situation, just go to my website, channelguidance.com, and I'll put a link down below. Let's go ahead and begin. Okay, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your partner. Again, this spread is just for those of you where you're coupled, you're still living together, you're in a relationship. Let's see what's going on. This is a love reading for Sagittarius and their partner for April 2020. You've got the Ace of Wands, Sagittarius and their partner for April 2020. Three of Cups, Sagittarius and their partner for the month of April. 10 of Cups, Sagittarius and their partner for the month of April. The Fool, Sagittarius and their partner for April. 7 of Swords, Sagittarius and their partner for the month of April. The Lovers, Sagittarius and their partner for the month of April. You've got the Hierophant, Sagittarius and their partner for the month of April. The Two of Wands, Sagittarius and their partner for the month of April. And you've got the Eight of Wands. What's the most important thing that Sagittarius needs to hear about their love life for April 2020? The message that you have, Sagittarius, is the Page of Rings, which is the Page of Pentacles. So this is telling you, look at things very carefully. Perhaps don't jump to conclusions, because I see a lot of things going on in this reading, especially with this card right in the center of the reading. The Page of Pentacles is telling you, look closer, look deeper. There's something that you're not seeing. So we'll come back to this card in a minute and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's go ahead and start at the top. So you've got the Ace of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. So you actually have a lot of positive energy here. Again, this is for those of you where you're coupled. Maybe you're having problems. Perhaps you're wondering if we're going to stay together. Maybe you're wondering if there's something going on that you don't know about. You do have, a new beginning here. This is a clean slate. This means that you and your partner can start over again. Perhaps if you had problems, you can escape those problems here. I see a lot of happiness for you with the Three of Cups. This is joy. This is a lot of good times. You also have the 10 of Cups. This is a happily ever after. This could definitely be kind of a happy ending to your story. Again, especially if you've been through, a really difficult time. And if you look at the next row here, this could be maybe what has been kind of working against you. Right in the center of the reading, you've got the Seven of Swords. So this could actually mean two different things. This can be for some of you that maybe there has been deceit. Maybe you don't trust, your partner anymore. Maybe they have been dishonest about something. It doesn't necessarily have to be about cheating. But this card does represent someone who's very sneaky, someone who's two-faced. It can also represent someone who is their own worst enemy. But look at the energy around it. On one side, you've got the Fool. So this is, taking a giant leap of faith. And perhaps for some of you, you're having to take a giant leap of faith and trusting someone who has lied to you. Perhaps you feel like your partner lied to you or betrayed you in some way. The Fool is saying, take a risk. Take a giant leap of faith and trusting this person again. Because on the other side, you've got the Lovers. Now, the Lovers can represent the sign of Gemini, but this is, a very solid relationship. This is a very, strong, a very connected relationship. This is the person that you really want. But for some of you, it could be that maybe you're having trouble kind of believing this person, because there's no way to sugarcoat this card. This is someone who lies through their teeth. Again, no pretty way of describing this card, but it can also just be someone who's in denial. This can be someone that just does not want to see that, they're kind of sabotaging a relationship. Now, if we look at the bottom row, and I'll hold them up for you. If you can't see them, I'll just hold them up. You've got the Hierophant, a really pretty card here. The Hierophant can represent the sign of Taurus, but this is a card of kindred spirits and soulmates. Can also represent a marriage. So I'm just going to put it here so you can see it. So again, there is that kind of soulmate connection with the Hierophant. And then over here, you've got the Eight of Wands. This is change. You can see Cupid kind of focusing on a couple over here. This represents change, anticipated changes that you've been hoping to see maybe in a relationship. It's just that there is waiting around this. You've got the Two of Wands between them. There's a delay. So again, for some of you, maybe you've been wanting to see a relationship move forward. Perhaps this is someone that you're dating. I do see a lot of good times here, happily ever after, a clean slate. For those of you where, again, maybe there has been a problem, someone has lied, There is a delay here, but I do see, you know, a very strong soulmate connection with the person that you're dating with, the person that you're involved with right now. And whatever it is that you've been hoping to see, this is desire, change, and movement. It's here. This is excitement and fireworks. Okay, let's get a few more. Let's see what other messages come up for you. What other messages are there for Sagittarius and their partner? You've got the Seven of Wands, Sagittarius and their partner for April 2020, the Page of Wands, and the Five of Cups. So there is something there. I mean, with the Five of Cups, this is a card of sadness and tears. And this also represents perhaps regrets. So there is something here. I mean, you've had there are a lot of positive cards here, but these two cards are kind of like a red flag for some of you, again, where this is your partner. This is the person that you're dating, or you're married to, you're in a relationship. There's a sense of sadness here. You're being told here that you do have to fight back. And again, I don't literally mean like fight back, but you do have to stand your ground. You have to be strong. This is about not letting the person that you love walk all over you. That's not going to have a positive outcome. You do have much more lighthearted energy here, the Page of Wands. This is good news, maybe in a relationship where there has been a lot of tears and a lot of sense of loss. Maybe you feel like you were losing this person, or maybe you did lose this person. There is good news here. There is change. There's much more lighthearted energy, but in some way, the sign of Sagittarius, you do have to speak up for yourself as far as this person that you love. And again, the main energy, just kind of bring it up again, was the Page of Pentacles. Look closer, look deeper. What is it that you're not seeing? You know, is there something going on here where you feel that someone's not being honest with you? Again, it does not have to be about another relationship. It could be that maybe they're just not treating you fairly. There is a need for you to really speak your truth. And perhaps, you know, some of you could be having regrets as far as the person that you're involved with. Let me get a few more for you from the confirmation deck. Let's see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius about their partner for April 2020? Okay, you've got the Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, and Justice. I mean, yeah, justice comes up when you know you are not being treated fairly. There's been an injustice. It can also represent the sign of Libra. What's the most important thing that Sagittarius needs to hear about their relationship for the month of April? King of Swords. So, I mean, there is an air sign energy here, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you, Sagittarius, if you have a moon or rising and an air sign. Also, I mean, this card does represent someone who's overthinking, someone who's very much in their head, not wanting to express their emotions. So, I mean, what we see here, right here, we've got a new beginning. Again, this is a repeat card because that was actually the very first card that I pulled for you. So for those of you where, you know, you're watching this because you want to know, are we going to stay together? Do we have a future? Are we going to stay married? You have a strong energy here of a clean slate, being able to start over. But you do have to make sure that, you know, you're treated fairly because that message was already over here for the Seven of Wands. You have to put your foot down with the person that you love. The Justice card can be that perhaps there's an apology coming to you. This could be someone trying to make things up to you where there is, you know, kind of a clean slate. But there is very stuck energy around relationships. Again, couples, those who are already together. Someone is, you know, kind of feels unable to move forward. So now you've got the Seven of Swords there and the Eight of Swords here. Maybe, you know, someone doesn't know how to get out of a difficult situation. Maybe you don't know how to end the issues in a relationship. But I definitely see a lot of, you know, still there's a few challenging cards, but you do have a lot of happiness here. You know, a lot of happiness here with the Three of Cups. There's just kind of a delay around this positive change coming in for those of you who are already coupled. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next spread. Okay, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your ex. Again, this spread is for those of you where you want to hear from an ex, you're wondering if they're going to call you, if you're going to get back together. Let's take a look. Sagittarius and their ex for April 2020. The Sun, Sagittarius and their ex for April. The Ace of Wands, Sagittarius and their ex for the month of April 2020. Three of Wands, Sagittarius and their ex for the month of April 2020. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Sagittarius and their ex for April. 10 of Wands. Sagittarius and their ex for the month of April. 2 of Swords. Sagittarius and their ex for the month of April. 8 of Swords. Sagittarius and their ex for the month of April. 2 of Cups. So you have some really positive energy in this reading, just like in, in the couple spread. For exes, it's kind of the same thing. Let's go ahead and start at the top. So you have the Sun, the Ace of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. So there's definitely a new beginning. Again, this is a spread for those of you where you've broken up, you've parted ways, maybe you have zero communication. There's still a new beginning here. This is a clean slate, a fresh start. It's just there is a delay around it. You've got the 3 of Wands, which this is waiting. This is telling you that if you're willing to wait, your ship will come in, so to speak. There's a perfect timing to Sagittarius and their exes kind of finding their way back to each other. You actually start with the Sun. So this is the most positive card in the deck, and this represents success, love, happiness. There's a lot of happiness and success around new beginnings for Sagittarius and their ex. It just is a matter of timing. Now, if you look at the next row, you've got the Queen of Pentacles here, the 8 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. So some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This can also be you if you have a moon or rising and an earth sign. I feel like some of you in the month of April, be careful, because some of you could be feeling really overwhelmed. I mean, that's what I'm getting from this card. Some of you could be feeling really frustrated, perhaps if you've been waiting for a long time. The 10 of Wands is just kind of feeling like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of waiting. This is feeling really overwhelmed, and there's a lot of anxiety here as well. You've got the 9 of Swords. This is a lot of anxiety, a lot of fears. Maybe you're fearing you're never going to get back together. Maybe you're imagining the worst. But still, I mean, there is a new beginning here. It's just there is something around timing. There is a delay. There is, this is like a sequence of events where you have to wait for everything to play out. Now, if you look at this bottom row, I'm going to have to hold it up for you. And then I can get my camera to kind of go all the way down there. Okay, so you've got the 2 of Swords. It's like, there's still that connection, with the soulmate. You've got the soulmate card here. There's still that, romantic connection between you and your ex. But if somebody feels trapped, I mean, look at this. You've got the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords there. I mean, the 8 of Swords, this is someone who is being held back by fear. This is someone that feels imprisoned, trapped. Perhaps your ex maybe is trapped in another relationship, in a toxic relationship, because there is some type of choice that needs, or action that needs to be taken here. This is making a very difficult decision. It can be, maybe not for everyone, but perhaps there is a difficult decision getting out of another relationship. You still have that soulmate connection with your ex right here. It's still there. It's just, there is some type of, and if there is no one else, if they're not in another relationship, this could be that they're torn maybe about getting you back. That they're refusing to take action. They feel stuck. They feel trapped here. But there are still deep feelings. Again, this is that deep soulmate connection. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get a few more. Let's see what other messages come up around your ex. Sagittarius and their ex for April 2020. 8 of Pentacles. Page of Wands. 8 of Wands. So I'm pretty sure you had the 8 of Wands and the Page of Wands for couples, in case you're watching all the spreads. I feel like both of these cards represent change. Change, as far as you and your ex. There was a lot of work to do here in order to have that, this new beginning, this change. There's a lot of time and effort that has to be invested building this relationship up again. There can be good times. To me, the Page of Wands represents lighthearted energy, fun, adventure, good news. And then finally, this is what you want to see, the 8 of Wands. This is something you look forward to for a really long time. Anticipated change. This card usually means that you've been waiting, again, for a very, very long time for something to change. It's finally here. Excitement, fireworks. Okay, let's get a few more from the confirmation deck for exes. What other messages are there for Sagittarius and their ex for April 2020? You've got the Magician, Sagittarius and their ex for April, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So I do see you here with another person. You are the Queen of Wands as a fire sign, but I see you with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. With the Magician, This is telling you that this is your call. You can manifest a new beginning with your ex if that is what you want. The Magician is also just telling you stay empowered. So many of you, you can have a new beginning. We saw that right away with the Ace of Wands. You can have a new beginning with your ex. But again, the cards are just kind of telling you this is a matter of timing. There's a timing to all of this. Perhaps this person is stuck right now. Two of Swords, Eight of Swords. There's something here. Your ex is stuck in some way. I mean, how they're stuck, I don't know. This is a general reading. And some of you could really kind of be feeling this, feeling frustrated, like, I don't want to wait anymore. I feel like I've been waiting forever. And some of you may have been waiting forever with this card here. But this is you finally seeing something change, like finally something changes. Just know that you can. This is next to you. You can manifest a new beginning with your ex. And again, if your ex is not an air sign, this can definitely be you needing to put your thinking cap on. Really kind of maybe needing to think about your situation. What is it that you need to work on as far as your ex? You got the Eight of Pentacles here. Don't give in to fear. Don't give in to frustration with the Ten of Wands right next to it. There is definitely still a soulmate connection here between you and your ex for the month of April. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next spread. Okay, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and see if you can find a new relationship in the month of April. Will Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship for April 2020? You've got the Three of Wands. Will the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship in April? Queen of Cups. Will the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship in April? Death. Will the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship in April? Two of Cups. Will the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship in the month of April? Knight of Pentacles. Will the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship in April? Two of Swords. So these are different spreads, but I mean, the cards are repeating themselves. So some of you, maybe you're just kind of wondering, can I find somebody new? You definitely can. Can the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship in April? Yeah, I mean, look at the Six of Pentacles. That's getting what you deserve. Will the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic relationship in April? King of Swords. And the Strength card. Okay, so pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and start at the top. You've got the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and Death. So the fact that you have Death here tells me that for those of you where you're single, maybe you're kind of somewhere in between your ex and being single, or being in a relationship and being single. If you want to find somebody new in the month of April, there is somebody here that you can meet with it being Death. Again, this card, that can change everything. I mean, death is a game changer. This is something that will change your life forever. There can be an ending, perhaps, of a relationship to be with this person. You do have an air sign, a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you if you have a moon or rising and a water sign, but this just means there can be deep feelings between you and somebody that you meet in the month of April. You've got the Three of Wands here, which is, I mean, this is all about timing. There's a timing to all of this. Some of you could meet this person early in the month of April, perhaps in the middle, perhaps in the end. I mean, there is something here that changes. This person could change everything. With it being Death, which represents an ending and a new beginning, you could actually be meeting somebody new that leads you to end another relationship. I mean, that might not apply to everyone, but that is the meaning of the Death card. And then here, look at this. You've got the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords. The twos do represent a decision, a choice between two people. Some of you could be meeting perhaps more than one person that gets your attention. Just kind of keep that in mind, because you could be torn. You've got the Two of Swords. You could be torn as far as who you want to be with, because there is a very strong emotional connection here with the Two of Cups. You're being told move slowly. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, slow progress. Some of you could be really excited about someone that you're meeting in the month of April, where you feel like there is a true soulmate connection here. And some of you could be feeling really torn, maybe because there's someone else and you want to move on, or maybe you meet two people at the same time. You're being told, take your time, like move slowly, make sure that you know who you want to be with. Now down here, you've got, the Six of Pentacles. This is a relationship that you truly deserve. This is not someone who's going to waste your time. There is a relationship here, again, a soulmate relationship that you truly deserve. And you've got an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. So it could be for some of you that it is an air sign. It could be a water sign because you got the Queen of Cups. You're being told to be brave, be strong. So some of you, maybe you're afraid of starting over. Maybe you have to make a decision between two people. You have to choose who you want to be with. You're being told here, don't let fear make this decision for you. Okay, let me get a few more. What other messages are there for the sign of Sagittarius? Will they find a new romantic partner in the month of April? Well, okay, your energy is definitely strong here. Got the Queen of Wands. Will they find a new romantic partner? Wow, so you've got the King of Swords 2 times. Let me just put him over here so you can see that. You've got the King and the Queen of Swords. So definitely strong air sign. If you're single, air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, they are very close to you. Will the sign of Sagittarius find a new romantic partner in April? Boom. You meet that person that changes everything. That's why I was telling you with death. Now you have death and the Tower. If you're single, you definitely want to keep your eyes open in the month of April, because I see somebody very close to you. You are the Queen of Wands, whether you're male or female. This is a fire sign, Sagittarius. I see you here with someone that either is an air sign or they have kind of very strong air in their chart. Again, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. And this person could come in very unexpectedly. It could be that maybe this person comes in when you're in another relationship and you have to end a relationship to be with them. That, you know, it's a difficult decision. I mean, I definitely feel like if you want to move on from perhaps an ex or a difficult relationship, there is definitely somebody new. There is definitely somebody new coming in for the sign of Sagittarius. Again, it could be an air sign, strong air sign energy here. But for others, it can also be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, Sagittarius, this has been your love reading for April 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.